Hi, Aaron. All right, so let's take a look at this. And the first thing I'll say here, I'm not exactly sure. Looks like this toolpath is exceeding that boundary by a pretty good amount. Um, so zoom in here. So it looks like you got a couple passes maybe that are past the part. It's a little hard to tell, but and then one on the very end is very jagged. So basically what that means is that's toolpathing a nearly vertical surface, and that's where you see that kind of toothiness. And that is something you deal with whenever you have a raster image, the type of 3D we do, and you're dealing with a vertical surface. Okay, I think this could be pretty easily solved by, assuming that the profile that we're using here, and I can look here and see that it is, if this is the profile, then this is a vertical line here, and so we don't need to toolpath. We don't need to create a 3D surface with that. We're just going to have our 3D surface stop right here, all right, and we're going to then position it 0.25 above, and I believe this is a 0.25 height difference. So the relief will be created on this profile without, just this top portion, without this bottom part, and then we'll position it in the z-axis at 0.25 above the bottom of the plate. Okay, now the inside question you're having here is probably because the toolpath seems to be more or less stopping right here at the relief, and even going a little bit past it in terms of its cut. We can solve this problem by making the relief continue a little bit under the inside. We don't have to toolpath that, but at least if we give the relief the idea it knows that the surface is still the main height, then it shouldn't create that little problem on the inside of the file. So I'm going to come here. I'm going to take this shape, make a copy of it. Let's explode it, get rid of the bottom. Alright, now we're going to come here and create a line. I'm going to make this a 1-inch line. Select the line, go to move, make sure my snap to endpoint is turned on, and I'm going to not create a copy. Move that one there. Alright, so this is going to be the edge of the part, and then transitioning into a flat spot. Alright, we're going to merge this into a single profile. Alright, let's come here and let's delete our relief. That's right, we must be using a toolpath mask there. Okay, we're going to delete that toolpath and delete those geometries. We're going to take our relief and move it back up to a 0Z position and get rid of the relief. Looks like we got a constant value there for the offset. Two-inch distance. All right. So now we're going to come here. This part is 3 inches. So we need to do an inline here of 1 inch. Alright, so I'm going to come in here and do an inline, 1 inch inline, apply. Don't really need that one anymore. Now this distance should be 3 inches. Alright, so this distance is the same as this one. Alright, now I'm going to extrude this, so I think I need to make a copy of this line here. Control C. I'm going to paste this into a different layer nearby. Now I did need that 1 inch. I deleted that line earlier. That was the original line there, but I'm still going to need that to toolpath mask. So I'm gonna hit apply there. Let's keep this line for later use. Now I'll select these two and make it flat, no thickness relief, resolution 100. Alright, now I'm going to select this part. I'm going to do a extrusion. Select the contour to be extruded, which is here. Lower outer part will be here. I'm going to select the path to follow, which will be this outer contour that I put on another layer and then turned off. And I want to add this onto what's currently there. And it should give me the bevel and then a flat edge. Okay, let's make sure this looks okay, which I believe it does. All right, now we're going to come here. We're going to hit F2. We're going to move this down so that relief is in here. This is 1.375 in the Z. 1.625. All right, so 1.625 minus 0.25 equals 1.375 is where this should be at in the Z-axis. Highlight this. Minus 1.375. So that means there's a 1/4 inch now, and that's where our profile comes in. All right, now we're going to toolpath this, and now we want to mask. And if I want the toolpath to just end right here, which I might as well do, and then cut it out with a 2D toolpath, then I can use this contour. All right. Then this inside here, I'm going to do a Control X, paste to active layer. Now these are going to be my two contours for toolpathing this. So I'm going to select this here. Let's deselect that one. And I should have blue to red, and then my contour is also blue to red. Now I can apply this to a depth of 1.375. We're going to say an overcut, but no value here. No extra value necessary. And what that should allow us to do is not have the jagged edge here, and to give us a smooth upper line there as it follows the same relief, which is right at 0. And this isn't the edge of the relief. And then the part I can't remember, I've made this movie more than once. You don't have any control of where the start point of the island fill is. It's going to start in the middle and cut to both sides. That's something that we can look to add for circumstances like this. I think it would be helpful, but for the most part, you just don't have any control over where the island fill starts. You can change to a hatch fill, of course, or but in a situation like this, that would result in a lot of 90-degree angles, so we don't think that would be good. Definitely better off with the island fill here. Alright, and I'm just about done. Okay, so now we have our toolpath. Even if you did extend past the edge there a little bit, it would not go jagged up and down anymore. And the inside should be a lot smoother. This toolpath is created with this extra relief here to keep it from following an uneven surface. This should be a lot smoother on the inside. Should be just following the top of the material. Okay, as you can see, as you're going along there, smooth. So that will definitely solve that. And yeah, if you wanted to do an overcut, but you didn't want to overcut on this side just here, that's why I put this into its own relief. All right, under its own layer. We could delete this. If you wanted to offset it to just the outside but not the inside, then we're going to come here and maybe do a 0.03, let's say. Outline, apply. Now let's come here and select the relief. and that would just do the exact same thing actually. So no point in doing that one. And now this should help to solve the problems, except for the start point, which you don't really have control over.